Okay.
Hi, Road Warriors. Dr. Mary Warren here with Road Warrior Wellness and Wheels Up Wellness. I promised you a few stretches, and today I'm going to show you what I think would be helpful for you anytime, but absolutely positively whenever you're traveling. Because when we travel, we tend to get all shortened up. And one of the areas that we really get shortened up is in our hip flexors. The hip flexors flex the hip, just like the name indicates. And when we sit on an airplane or we sit in people's offices or in presentations or whatever we're doing, all these get shortened up. So one of the best things to do for that, and this is something you can even do on the plane when you're on your way back to the lavatory or waiting for the lavatory or on your way back to the seat, is to do what's called a high lunge. So the high lunge comes basically from a lot of different disciplines. Yoga is a real common one. And this is where you're going to get in a good stance. Don't put your feet on a tightrope, right? Get some width between your front foot and your back foot so you're nice and stable. And always make sure to keep your knee right over your ankle, right? Don't let that knee get out in front. You want to keep it nice and perpendicular to the floor. And then what you're doing is you're actually stretching the back leg. And the hip flexors, there are several of them, but at this particular position, you're going from long to longer. So right now the hip flexors are long. This takes the right hip flexors longer. So when you're on your way, again, to the lavatory on the plane, this is a great way to open up and get the front of your body longer because, again, the hip flexors will have been shortened sitting on the plane in your seat. And always remember to do both sides. I will often stand and wait for the lavatory and even just do stretches like this. Invariably, I hear someone say, I need to be doing that myself. So that's one of the things you can do. The second thing I'll show you on my adjusting table, and this is a combination of stretches that I like to do at any time. And this is really easy to do at the hotel gym on those nice little vinyl benches that they have for lifting weights and various things. So this is obviously a little different because it's my adjusting table. But what you're going to do is you're going to do a hip. This is spinal twist. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up your hips, and I'll do it this way. So I'm going to pick up my hips and swing them to the left, and then you're going to let your hips fall. Now for those of you that have tight hips, you'll want to put a pillow or something in between your knees. So you can do this on your hotel bed. You can do it downstairs in the gym, because again, most gyms have a bench to be able to do this. So when you're doing this, you want to also make sure that your chest is nice and open. On these benches, we don't have a floor to stop us, or if you're on your hotel bed, the bed surface itself will stop your arms and not let them drop lower. Always keep your palms facing the ceiling, because that will open up the pec minor muscles, which are the ones that get really shortened from everything we do. So again, that's a counter stretch, and this is a really good stretch that comes from yoga. So then you want to just open up here a little bit, even just for a second. If you lay flat, you'll come to find that the side that you just stretched, it feels longer and flatter than the side that has not been stretched. Then you want to do the same thing on the other side. Use your legs to lift up, hips go over, legs come over, shoulders are going to stay as close to the bed or the bench or the floor as possible. Your palms are going to reach up and face the ceiling. You can lay here even just for a minute and feel a tremendous amount of opening. That is a really fantastic stretch. Notice how I got up. I didn't do a sit-up, get-up. You always want to roll to your side and push up. Again, just like after a good yoga class. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is a way that you can use the shower and the warm water from the shower to open up your pec muscles. Remember a minute ago as I was doing the chest opening stretch, I said the pec minors tend to get short. So remember a minute ago, going back, we had hip flexion. Well, this is chest flexion, right? This is chest flexion, shoulder flexion. Flexion is always shortening things in the front. So we want to open things up and get them longer, and will feel better and more open from them and happier for sure. So pretend this is your shower, and even if it's a shower that's coming down, you can still use the wall of your shower as basically a surface to have your hand. This stretch also comes from yoga. And what you're gonna do is make sure that your body faces forward. You really wanna be perpendicular to this wall. If you are too close and you start stretching and turning, that means you are too close. So get yourself out far enough where your hand is on the wall of the shower and you're using the warmth of the water to help warm up and open up these pec muscles that are in the chest. And then you basically want to go from, like, on a face of a clock, 12 o'clock, back to 11, back to 10, and if you can go as far as 9, great, but even just going to 10 and having that nice water help to open up your pec muscles is going to be a really great thing for you. And then flip around, do the same thing on the other side, except this time you're going to go from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Sorry, 12 to 1 to 2 to 3. All right, so here we go on this side, just like this. Again, you want to be far enough out that you don't turn into the wall. So 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and that's all I really need to do. You don't need to go any further. It's not a competition. It's for you to feel better. I hope that helps, Road Warriors, and I'll see you next time.